know that you're pretty much wasting time, especially as an entrepreneur. You're on these platforms, scrolling away, finding education, which is great, but majority of the time you're just inflowing a lot of information versus outflowing anything that you're actually learning. It's just constant inflow, and it feels like productivity when it's not. It's just more comfortable to inflow versus outflow. And the only thing is this: the inflow is great, but the outflow is the actual thing that's going to produce the result. It's the doingness that's going to produce the result. So the comfort that you're feeling right now is the whole reason that you're not going to be able to achieve your goals. A lot of the times people get into this bubble of comfortability, and what it does is it makes them forget that they're actually not being productive, because you need an outflow in order for you to be productive, not just the inflow. So I'm going to show you a few of the things that might be taking you away from achieving your goals, and what are some of the things that you can actually do to start working towards hitting those targets. So the first one that we're going to get into is, social media. Okay, don't mind the writing, but yes, social media. Scrolling. This is probably one of the biggest time wasters that I've seen amongst entrepreneurs. People are glued to their phones. So what I want you to do is, one, look at your screen time and see which social media is taking away the most time, okay? Now, if it's YouTube, again, the attention behind YouTube is usually to educate yourself, but a lot of people do spend too much time on inflowing on YouTube rather than outflowing after they've learned something. So if it is YouTube, maybe we will figure out a way to eliminate that. But the main thing that I want you to do is eliminate the ones that have shorts on it. Yes, YouTube has shorts on it as well, but again, the intention is different. When people go on IG, Twitter, TikTok, or any other platforms that are out there that I don't know about, just mindlessly scrolling, I think that is one of the biggest time wasters right there. So remove that, or at least remove one of them, I would say. That way it doesn't feel like it's too much all at once. Personally for me, when I did this, I just completely stopped all of them. So if you want to go as extreme as I did, then I would say just eliminate all of it. But if not, eliminate one for the first week, and then a second one the second week, third one the third week, and do it that way. Because I'm telling you, social media is like a drug. If you eliminate all of it all at once, maybe you can handle it. But for some people, I'm telling you, they have an itch. Like, they have to jump onto social media. That's how I know it's a drug, okay? And when you jump off of social media and you're not doing it anymore, I'm telling you, you become a lot more productive. You do a lot more things. You're a lot more focused. You get better sleep. There's a lot of great things that happen by letting go of social media. And I'm telling you that it is a drug. People go on there to consume, okay? It's consumption. Now, if you're a content creator, then it's different. You could jump on, post whatever you need to go ahead and post, but after that, jump off. That's it, okay? If you have to jump on Instagram or TikTok to post anything, go ahead and do that. I found myself in this position where I'll go post something on, let's just say, Instagram, and I'll click on somebody's story. I'm like, okay, what am I doing? And be kind of conscious of it and click out before I start to mindlessly scroll on there. So you do have to be a little bit conscious of it, okay? Number two, what are other things that could be taking you away from achieving your goals? Comfort, right? Movies, shows, Netflix, right? These are things that can also take you away from the goal. It's the same thing. You're consuming a piece of content, a form of content. It's just longer form, right? I know people that will watch movies quite often, or they'll be on Netflix, or they want to binge watch a entire series that they got locked onto. If you're like me, and this is how it was after 2020, I finally got a Netflix account. I didn't have one before. I obsess over things quite a bit, or I get addicted, you could say. And if I like a show, I'm like, oh, I need to finish this thing. I need to finish it. I can't, like, if all the seasons are out, I'm like, I need to finish it. I can't wait till next week. It needs to be done now. And just that alone can waste hours, okay? And I know there's other people that do the same exact thing. So every day, if you're coming back from work, or you just got done with work, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, or if you are an entrepreneur, spending 2, 3, 4 hours a day on Netflix while you could be doing something else to be growing yourself, I'm telling you, the things are going to compound. It might not feel like it's doing anything in the moment, and you just keep telling yourself, I'll do this task the next day, I'll put in this time the next day. That is comfort telling you that, okay? It's better to inflow than outflow, right? It feels that way. It's much more comfortable feeling the inflow. And that's what all of this is. It's just pure inflow. And Netflix isn't even any type of good inflow. There's no real good knowledge that you're soaking in. It's not really applicable, at least in my field, it's not really applicable. So that is another thing that you could go ahead and cut out. 3, relationships. If you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, and if you're the typical audience that I know that I have, which is male, your girlfriend, that is a massive, massive, massive level of comfort, because you do all those things with the person you're with. The social media scrolling, sometimes you're just there scrolling on social media. The movies, the shows, the Netflix, that's also there. You don't even work out, no more gym. You're in a relationship, right? Less spending time on your work because you want to spend time with her. I get it, okay? I get it. Those are things that are comfortable. They feel comfortable. Okay, being away from your partner sometimes doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel as fun, depending on if you actually love being with your partner or not. And if you don't, then that's a different story. You should probably not be with that person, right? But relationships can also take you away from the goal. And I'm not saying break up with the person that you're with. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to go out there and actually work, so that way you can create better experiences for the girl that you're with or the man that you're with. Again, majority of the people that are watching this are male, but that is the thing that's going to create better experiences for you. That's the thing that's going to allow you guys to have better finances, get a nice home, start a family. And I'm only saying that because most relationships that have financial problems end up in divorce. Okay, they end up fighting a lot. A lot of people's arguments within relationships usually comes down to money. And if you don't want to be in that position, you're gonna have to let go of that comfort temporarily to work. Because if you don't let go of that comfort of spending time with her or him, watching the Netflix and the social media, if you don't let go of that comfort, you're gonna find some pain later down the road. You're gonna find out that that comfort was like an undercover assassin that pretended to be your friend that caused you a lot of future pain. That's what's gonna happen. That comfort is only gonna cause you pain, okay? So these, I would say, are pretty big 3. There are other things, partying, going out, things like that, but I want to just look at the main ones that I feel like people are doing right now. And if you are partying, if you are going out quite a bit, I'll make multiple videos talking about this specific thing. But I think these 3 are hitting the nail quite a bit on comfort being a drug. I think this is where a lot of people find their comfort. And what are the things that you could do now that we have these 3 right here identified? What I want you to do, again, remove 1 a week from your social media, okay? Replace it with things that give you less instant gratification. Netflix, limit to after work, okay? And I'll get into that in just a second. The relationships portion, I'm gonna say schedule, okay? And that's the main thing that I'm gonna get at right here, the schedule. That is what you need to do. I don't know if I spelled that right, but we'll go with it. Schedule. So now that you've cut out some social media, here, actually, I'm gonna erase this so that way I have some more room. Okay, now that you cut out social media, okay, you replaced it with less instant gratification things. Okay, what does that look like? And then what you're gonna do is, depending on if you have a job or not, you have your work, and then after work or before work, you have the thing that you're actually going to be working on, your business. Okay, whatever that business is, whatever the thing that you inflowed on, you have to do the outflow. And I'm telling you, if you eliminate social media, you're gonna find it easier to focus on the things that you need to outflow on. Okay, so you create the schedule of the things that you're replacing with your work schedule. And if you're a person that is striving to have a business and you also have like a 9 to 5, you need to really schedule out here. You're not in the position to be comfortable at all, but so are the people that have a business. You're not in a position to be comfortable at all either, okay? And then your relationship is also on the schedule, okay? Because again, the comfort that you find here is only going to cause you pain later. You need to build. So create your second work schedule if you have to, which is the work schedule after work. And then after your time, after these 2 are actually done, you can have your relationship time, your Netflix time, your YouTube time, and then, you sleep or whatever. I would say you do this, majority of this, during the night and on the weekends. But don't do it during the times where you need to be outflowing, because that is the thing that's going to allow you to get out of your comfort zone to producing the life that you want. So if you're in this position right now where you're mindlessly scrolling, you're just comfortable, you're not living the life that you want to live, you know that you have an attention deficit, you know that you're just inflowing information, you're not outflowing anything, try this. Try eliminating scrolling from social media. Try eliminating Netflix, create a certain schedule around your relationship, and let's see what that does for you in the next 30 days, okay? And I can almost guarantee you that this will fix a lot of your problems. I know that this video wasn't necessarily the best put together and it was all over the place, but if you could just look at the overall message of what I'm trying to give you here, and if you do what I just said for just 30 days, try it for 30 days, I can almost guarantee you that you're gonna see results, okay? I know that it might seem grim at times when you're trying all these things and you're inflowing all this information, but you guys have to outflow it in order to see if you can get a result or not. So just remember, keep going. You're closer than you think.